6 Great Women Who Changed Humanity's Lives. Part 1. Irena Sandler. The doctor from Warsaw became not only a national heroine of Poland, but also a woman who changed the very history of the world. During World War II, she worked in the Warsaw Ghetto, where she cared for sick children. With the help of various tricks, forgery, and document substitution, Irena smuggled 2,500 Jewish children out of the ghetto. At the risk of her life, she kept lists of those rescued, and after the victory over fascism, she tracked down almost all of them to make sure their lives turned out well. Often, the stories of women who changed the world become the subjects for movies. In 2009, the movie The Brave Heart of Irena Sandler was released about the exploits of one of the key figures of the resistance. Maria Sklodowska-Curie. A great physicist and chemist, she was the only woman to be awarded the Nobel Prize twice for the discovery of radioactivity and the discovery of the elements polonium and radium. During World War I, Maria Sklodowska-Curie, already a recognized scientist and Nobel laureate, as director of the Radiological Service of the Red Cross, was engaged in the equipment and maintenance of portable X-ray machines for the examination of the wounded. Marie Curie invested almost all of the money she received from both Nobel Prizes in the construction of these machines. Margaret Hamilton. In the early 1960s, a specialty such as programming was just gaining momentum, and those who mastered it were self-taught. Hamilton had a passion for math and turned her attention to programming. So much so that she was accepted into NASA's Apollo program, dealing with human missions to the moon. She later led a team of software engineers for the space project. It was she who saved Apollo 11 from being destroyed when the onboard computer overloaded. Margaret's picture next to a printout of the program code she wrote became most famous. Anne Frank. The Diary of Anne Frank is considered the most tragic and most authentic account of the horrors of Nazism. During World War II, the female part of Anne's family hid in the basement, and the Jewish girl wrote almost daily in her notebook about everything she saw around her. The diary survived by a miracle. Anna, her mother and sisters were found and deported to Auschwitz. None of them survived. The diary was found by a random girl who was impressed by what she read, managed to find the girl's relatives and gave the diary to them. Anne Frank's diary became one of 35 sites inscribed on the memory of the World Register of UNESCO's World Heritage List. Kathrine Schwitzer. Catherine's dream has always been to run a marathon alongside men. In the 1960s, women were not allowed to participate in these races. 20-year-old Catherine took to the start line in 1967 and was the first lady to run the Boston Marathon, despite the organizers' attempts to drag her off the track by force. After Catherine's impressive results, in 5 years women were granted the right to participate in marathons on an equal footing with men. Rosa Lee Parks. The first black woman who refused to recognize white supremacy publicly. She became a small woman who changed a big country and the whole world by bringing the spirit of freedom into it on December 1, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, USA. Rosa refused to give up her seat to a white passenger. Rosa's rebellion was supported not only by the other passengers on the bus, but also by the townspeople, and she was nicknamed Black Rose of Freedom. Want to know more? Don't forget to subscribe to us and get new knowledge every day.